Pick Central is Barstool's daily gambling. There they are. There's the 2 stars of the show. Looking good. Maybe the worst camera shot of all time. We're just jammed in there like, there. Bring it out a little bit. Not that far. Come on. What are we doing?
Can you be nice today? One day.
Too much headspace here. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not Yao Ming. All right. Pick Central brought to you by Fireball. Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, the #1 shot in the United States. Thank you, Smitty, for taking that away from me and making it look so easy when you did it. You look like you had end-of-year stressors are coming. Realizing you've only got 1 semester of college left, putting off last-minute gift shopping. I don't mean to stop in the middle of an ad, but is realizing you only have 1 semester of college left a stressor, or is that a?
Yeah.
That is a stressor?
Huge stressor.
Really?
You have
Real
no
life.
idea what the fuck you're going to do anymore.
Yeah. 2 of the 3 of us graduated from college.
Yeah,
So
well,
we know the experience of the last semester.
that's fine.
It's
Yes.
fucking stressful.
Okay, very good. So, apparently it is. Realizing you've only got 1 semester of college left, putting off last-minute gift shopping. Agreed. Not everything has to be so serious all the time. It's okay to let loose and spark a bit of mischief back in your life. Fireball Whiskey is there to help you say F it and free your fire. Heat things up with this holiday season with a Fireball candy cane. Show them, Smitty. It's a candy cane with a 10-pack of minis, and it's the perfect gift for that last-minute white elephant you forgot to go shopping for or to turn up the heat at your holiday office party. Office holiday party. Whatever. Best part of all, no shot glasses needed. Just crack open a nip and knock it back. The candy cane is the perfect way to ignite any social occasion this holiday season. There's a reason Fireball's the #1 shot in the U.S. It's the ultimate crowd pleaser. Forget end-of-year stress and free your fire this holiday season with the gift. A Fireball. So.
My last exam ever in college.
Yeah.
Everyone was going tubing down the Susquehanna River. Last exam, last possible spot, Wednesday, 8 a.m. I had an A going into dramatic literature. Could have ended with a 0 on the test and ended up with a B because it was only like 10% of the grade. I went in, did the test in literally 30 seconds, handed it in. The professor was so disgusted, I ended up with a D in the class.
But how
Only happened to you.
how could that happen?
Because he was a dick. He thought I had a question. He's like, oh, you need something? I'm like, no, I'm done. And he was so taken aback.
Why didn't you just not show up?
Yeah.
Because I wanted a B.
You tried to spike the football.
I
tried to
wanted
spike the
at
football.
least a B+ or it ain't going
You
out.
could have disrespected him by not showing up, but you disrespect him even more.
Which is
because
worse.
It isn't worth my time.
You just showed up and like, hey guy, fuck you.
yeah, you could have just
Yeah.
rather
So
not.
I deserve the D.
Yeah, you did.
Did it affect your degree at all?
No.
Okay, so who
I
cares?
think having a degree and not having a degree didn't affect my life at all. To be
Doesn't-
honest with you.
Same. they tell you it does.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So you know what? You mentioned another activity there. One of the more underrated and overrated activities in the world is tubing. Some days you can go tubing, and it's the best thing ever if you time it right. If you go for like 2 hours, but if you find yourself tubing for like 4 hours, and all of a sudden you're sunburnt and drunk, and you don't know where you are, tubing can go from a great time to a bad time in a hurry.
What is your tubing like when it's on the back of a boat and you're flying all the way?
No.
We're talking about lazy tubing down
I'm talking about lazy tubing.
Now
I'm talking
that
about
is what tubing.
Good old-
should be.
That's tubing.
yeah,
boating,
good old Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer.
that boating
I
shit.
call that skiing. Yeah,
Fuck that.
I've done that too,
It's
but
fun.
It hurts when you fall.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's not fun when you fall.
I could water ski, but I could never wakeboard. I could never get up on the wakeboard, but I could water ski.
Wakeboarding is really hard.
Me and Dr. Ned Miller used to go out and then water ski all
I
the time.
can't- I
Dr.
can't.
Ned Miller had a boat.
Can I skate or water ski? Last time I went water skiing, the skis fell off, and I was holding on to the boat, just getting dragged. I don't know why.
Let go of the rope.
I had something to prove.
I used to water ski. We would ski on a river, so you never have to turn. So I just go straight. And then one time he said, "I'm gonna turn around." I was like, "I don't know how to fucking turn," and I just was going like right into the bank. I ended up letting go of the rope. Eventually, I learned to turn, and we tore the river up. Then
It's good times.
me and Dr. Ned Miller, yeah, it was good times.
Mm.
It was good times. We had a good time back in Clay County, Mississippi. Anyway,
I think people in Mississippi don't really go to the doctor.
well,
Yeah, it's just
we
like
go to Dr. Ned Miller.
It's just like
We
we'll
do.
figure it out.
Yeah, but we go to the same doctor for everything.
Yeah,
We have one.
yeah.
We have one doctor. we go if you chop your foot off, you go to that doctor. If you have migraines, you go to that doctor. If you're pregnant, you go to that doctor. We have one doctor for everything.
Yeah,
Same thing with the rivers you're tubing down.
versatile.
You got
pretty
one
much.
river to drink, you got one river to piss.
One to fish, yeah,
Yeah,
all
one
of
river
it.
to fish.
We got one river for
waste.
everything. Yeah. So, all right, we've got several things to talk about. We got some football to discuss. Some soccer is going on in the building. I would be remiss because I often make fun of Rico Bosco, and I think he's just a big fat pussy for the way he acts sometimes. But last night he had a moment. He got a moment.
I don't think you can. Ronaldo comes in here. I don't think he could have shot that shot he had.
No, I think
Unbelievable.
probably.
Nope, I don't think so.
I think
It couldn't have been more perfect.
We don't have our normal producer in here today. Booze is not here. He's at the Dozen, which I don't know why I'm not at the Dozen.
Yeah, isn't that your show?
It is my show, and
Do you think it?
Jeff
Boss,
DeLoe have
it's
beef
not
over
that
this.
You know what it
Far
is
away.
though? It's not your. You know whose show it is
Whose?
because he doesn't even ask them anymore.
Who?
The Frankettes. Why are they at everyone?
Yeah, it's
their show.
and I think the Frankettes. I don't know about Frank, but the Frankettes absolutely despise it. But Frank himself enjoys it. Anyway, yeah, Dozen tonight in Boston. If you're out there and you want to go watch, Dave and some other suicidal guys, go watch it.
Can't say that.
I believe you can.
No.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I have no issue saying that.
All
But Rico last night, Nick, if you're back there, I think it's Nick. If we could pull up Rico's shot, that would be great. And he's just now looking it up. What did you think I was talking about just a second ago?
His name's not Nick.
No, that's Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, yeah.
But that's Ebo.
It's Ebo. It's Ebo, Jason, and Nick.
Jason's.
The worst, yeah.
He's wild.
Yeah.
I asked him what he does on weekends. It was exactly what I thought.
Does he go to like baseball card conventions or comic book conventions? What does he do?
Paints.
Paints?
What else was it?
That's awesome.
Jason? No, I know. That's why I like hearing about it. He does everything opposite.
You paint?
Yeah, I paint a little bit, just like different mediums.
What instrument you play again?
Right now I'm playing bass. I used to be a professional singer, but like that's a
Okay.
what?
The fact that you said you paint and then instantly said I go into different mediums, I don't know what that means, but it
Hold on.
sounds
There's
actually-
also something you just
Watercolor,
said that
acrylic,
I'd love to
gouache.
hear right now.
Yeah.
You're missing the big point. You just
It's
said
all
you were
big.
a professional
He
singer.
used to be a professional singer.
Yeah, I used to get hired by churches to like whenever they needed like a soloist or someone to like help the choir like sound better, because I know I got a loud ass mouth. I could just sing louder than people.
Wait a
who
second.
I
weren't-
don't know. I don't want.
So your sister Mary Clarence?
Can we what?
Who? What?
Don't worry about him.
Sister Act.
Can you?
Oh.
We have to
Yeah.
hear it.
I'm not singing on this show right now. No.
Jason,
No.
you just said you're a professional
No
singer.
music. I don't have anything here.
I just
Maybe
want-
Jason can take us out today.
Oh, can you take us out of the show?
Wait,
Maybe take us out.
come on, don't do this to me. Emo.
Jason, you have to give us at least 3 seconds of singing. Now or at the end of the show? Which one?
Can I have like some time to prepare?
End of the
something?
show. You got
No, I'm
40
doing
minutes.
this.
You got 40 minutes.
Yeah,
we
I
won't.
just got told I need to find a tweet.
We
Now
won't
I have
use
to
them.
practice.
We
Now
won't
I
use
have
them.
to do this
we
too.
won't use them for those.
What are we
shows.
talking about here? Tenor, baritone,
Bass.
bass?
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
I know it doesn't match my voice. I'm
I
aware.
need to hear this.
All right. If I sing the Chili's Baby Back Rib song, will you come in with barbecue sauce?
Sorry, I don't know the key. I can't. Man,
Wait, what about
Key to the Chili's Baby Back Rib song?
yeah.
You know the key to the Baby Back Rib song?
Yeah, what key is it
Tell
in?
him it.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
come on. Then
Oh.
why are you acting like I should know?
Because who cares about the key? It's the Chili's Baby Back Rib song.
Baby back, baby
Baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back.
Baby back.
Chili's Baby Back Ribs.
I don't even
Whoa,
know the
you missed it.
words. Man,
It's Chili's baby back
okay,
ribs.
Listen,
Barbecue sauce. That's all you had to say.
Close.
Our barbecue sauce. Great, we're good.
Who would hire this
Respect
guy?
it.
You know, he's
Respect
gonna
that.
sing.
You never know. You never know people, man.
That's why I ask him all these things because it infatuates
It's fine. Just
me.
say it with your chest. Don't say it in a question.
Infatuates.
There you go. Last night this happened. All right, so Rico has to score. Look how tiny Jim 2 looks in
So
there.
small.
What are you waiting for?
By the way,
Come on, let's go.
you can't hear Rico. Rico's threatening Dave at this point.
Oh,
Rico's telling Dave, you better duck.
Which it kind of came close to.
I will say, Rico did say he was going left.
Yeah.
He went left, and if you watch it back real fast, Nadeau doesn't move an inch. He just sat there. And then the craziest part, Dukes had a video of him after, is the part when he leaves. Like the security guard Mike was like going to him high five. He just fucking get the fuck off
he
me.
was.
And I'm like, dude, you did something. He just can't do anything good. And then
No, he was absolutely filled with rage in this moment and anger.
it was a
Yeah,
great shot, though.
yeah. It was a great shot.
Oh, best
Saw
thing.
Minty in the background there. It's awesome.
Oh no, we'll
I
get
think
to
you
that.
did.
I'll even say it. So after it, Tommy was one of the goalies. So he went up to Tommy. He was like, "Man, I could have thought I thought so much that Rico was way lower on the list. They must have set that up." He goes, "You didn't think they set that up? Like obviously Rico was never gonna do merch. He doesn't have any merch. He's not gonna do anything."
they put up Rico Ryder merch, which probably 3 shirts a year, and got him up there.
That's why they're perfect for each other, because they both were probably like, "Oh, they must have
I would
done this on accident."
I would watch a series of Rico Bosco versus Jeff Nadeau in athletic feats or anything. I would watch that.
If they like the Men of Honor, whatever. That's if they did like the GOAT podcast and just vote and like every day came with a new topic of who's the GOAT, would be it's Skip and
Yeah.
Stephen A.
It would be awesome.
It'd be great.
Smitty, how's your life going? I didn't
That
expect.
question has layers.
I didn't expect you to put that much thought into it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I know. I'm looking at him too.
Bro, I can't
Jason,
stop
all you
thinking
got to
about
do.
this fucking guy singing. You've put it in my head that I can't. Even stop.
Marty, because you know why? Do you know why? Because he could have said anything, and he didn't say, "I used to be a singer." You say, "I used to be a singer." Fine. He said, "I used to be a professional singer."
Professional singer.
You had the word.
You gotta be ready on the clock anytime.
You gotta listen. You're a pro singer.
Yeah.
You gotta be able.
See, I disagree. Let him get warmed up. Let him respect the craft.
I'm like he doesn't treat it flippantly. I understand.
I'm
that.
a good singer, actually.
And no chance.
It's like going up to
Your real voice or your fake accent?
My real voice.
it's like going up to a stand-up comedian.
Be funny.
Yeah, stand-up comedian.
No.
on the street. Tell me a joke.
No.
Clown. Yeah.
Because singing is I'll watch singing TikToks. I love singing. I like someone that just sounds amazing. I could watch all day. Comedians, like I understand, you gotta have a whole setting and everything. Singing, bang.
Well, there are certain
the spot.
talents that are so foreign to me that they are just. I can never. I'm not artistic at all. I can't draw and I can't paint. Anybody who can paint something and make a picture, it fascinates me. Anybody who can sing professionally fascinates me. Apparently, Jason's the most fascinating person here, and I didn't know it.
Jason, can you paint me something?
Well, he's done Runaway now. I don't think he likes the attention.
He doesn't. That's why. But
I don't.
Well, you're
you-
a professional singer. You,
Right,
I
you're-
was watching you sing. You gotta like the attention.
I didn't like doing the solos. I just enjoyed like kind of hiding in the choir and just singing louder than the person next to me.
So let's all sing together.
Well, we put a choir together. You with us?
Yeah, no. If you can,
we can
put
practice.
together a choir,
We can practice this week, and by Friday we'll have something.
Can we do Country Roads?
Country
what about that?
roads take me
Me
home.
home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
Take me home, country road.
I noticed you didn't join in.
I did. I was away from the microphone.
He's a pissy one.
Yes. Yes.
I like that guy.
I do too now.
Shout out to Ben Mintz. Not feeling well today.
Yeah, big dinner last night.
Sore throat. Well, can we explain this real quick? Go through. So earlier last week, me and Rowan got a text from the Penn VIP organizer saying, Monday night, Rico got the text, a couple other people. Monday night, if you're going to be in the office, we're having VIP extravagant dinner with a bunch of high rollers in the sports book. And, going to go out, show them a good time. It's going to be a towel, free dinner, free drinks, really a A-list event. And Rowan replied, he's out of the country. I replied, as did seemingly everybody else, thank you very much. But Cyber Monday is Monday night, and Dave is usually pretty totalitarian about it. And we were all supposed to be there. So thank you, but next time. And the person was like, oh, okay. And we're filming Cracking Aces yesterday, and Ben Mintz sits down and just goes, I'm in a great mood. Lane Kifflin staying at Ole Miss. I got a great dinner tonight at Tao. We're with a bunch of VIPs, and we're going to have a great time. So Ben Mintz is the only one to accept the Penn VIP invitation over Cyber Monday. By the looks of it, he had a great time. It's just...
An incredible man.
Just so... That's not even the worst thing that happened with him yesterday. I had a Cracking Aces sweatshirt on my desk. You know, say what you want about Cracking Aces. This fucking thing is a pirate dog, and it's great. And I was really looking forward to wearing it at the poker table, doing some things with merch with it. I come back from checking in my hotel. Ben Mintz is like, I'd left a shirt for you on your desk. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, Ben. I get there, and he took the hooded sweatshirt and left a T-shirt in its place. That's...
Hey, we got 3.
And he acted like he didn't make a favor.
The sooner you realize that it is his world and you're just privileged to live in it, the better for you.
Fact, but I mean, he
that
can't be
motherfucker
stopped.
don't care about nobody.
He can't be stopped. Who's going to stop him?
I don't know if you guys know, we have 2 weeks left in Ben Mintz. That's it.
It's true.
Oh, man. Man,
2
oh,
weeks
man.
left.
All right, so a lot of sports. Sports. That's what we should talk about. Soccer today, 2 o'clock.
Fuck Ecuador.
What happened?
No, they just lost. I had them
They lose 2-1?
I had them in the tire win, parlayed with the U.S. the tire win, and no dice. They lost.
Was it 2-1?
2-1.
Damn it.
So if
Good for Senegal. Good
USA wins today, they move on.
Correct.
Yes. And it's win or nothing, right? Pretty much, yeah.
They can't tie.
Yeah, I can't. So it's win or go home for the U.S. Iran
Ties doesn't get you in.
No, it would be 3 ties. It would only be 3 points, and like I think Iran and England both have wins, and they're both above that right now. So, or Iran would with a tie. They have 3.
Iran would win with a tie.
Yeah.
So Iran or Iran? What did he get in trouble for saying?
Iran. I'm gonna. Go, what do you want to go with? Iran or Iran?
Well, you'll
And Iran so far away.
I'm gonna say it's Iran.
Gotta get away. Come on, Jason.
Yeah. He's not gonna sing "Flock of Seagulls."
Why not? He didn't sing the Chili's "Baby Back Ribs" song.
Don't know that one either.
What's your best song?
Shit.
What has good bass?
I mean, I mostly did like classical stuff, so like
What about Millie?
what was that?
It's a little Beethoven.
Millie?
I was gonna Beethoven didn't write too much stuff like lyrically. So like
Joy has lyrics.
Shut up, Smitty. Shut up. God damn it. Let him talk.
I was gonna say like I forget who wrote it, but like Der Leiermann, which was like an old German poem that got transposed to music. That was a good one. Soon It's Gonna Rain from the Fantastics. Dentist from Little Shop was other fun one. Plant a Carrot also from the Fantastics.
I love this man. You're just so different from me. I would love to just sit in a room with him one day, just being like, we'd have nothing to talk about, but everything to talk about.
When did he?
I told you this is why.
This has been sitting over there the whole time.
I go. Don't I go in the back room and talk to you all the time just about, hey, what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm like an exhibit at a zoo sometimes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But I am
You have
too.
intelligence and you're at Barstool. That's
Yeah, I like to hear it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He didn't know the Flock of Seagulls song. So, I mean,
You didn't know who it was either till I said something.
I did too.
I don't think so. If you did, you'd probably be at the headline in a dozen in Boston right now, but you're not. It's not your show.
Oh, didn't you win the championship or something? They didn't even invite you.
Yeah, because we headlined Philly.
Why do you keep carrying that thing around like it's some sort of?
Why? This is a Fireball candy cane. It's delicious and wonderful.
Uh,
Everyone should have one, legally, responsibly.
Steelers and Colts played. I guess that's the thing that happened.
That game, I swear, that's one of the first ones this year I had no interest in.
I was just so it was gross.
Didn't care.
The Steelers haven't been on the not that bad rankings, but that's what they are. They're not that bad. Like
Should be.
they're awful, but they're not that bad. They'll sneak up and beat you, and the Colts are just plain awful. And Jeff Saturday had his first moment. It was all honeymoon for a couple of weeks, and then last night it was.
Yeah, just forgot that he had 3
Gotta
timeouts.
call a timeout, yeah. But
Here's the
that
thing.
17 seconds was bad.
You have 60 minutes to win a football game, and if you're running out of that time, you have timeouts, so you can stop the time and perhaps extend the game a little bit. And he used none of them.
He used one.
He used one. Excuse me. Sorry, Marty.
It was third because it was 2nd and 3, and then they should have used it, but then they ran the ball.
Who's the biggest difference from what we thought they would be to what they actually are? Is it the Colts or the Broncos?
Broncos.
I think the Colts.
No, but the Broncos are that bad. Like they're historically.
Y'all might be taking it the wrong way because I think the Seahawks too.
True.
Well, they're the opposite. Yeah, the opposite way.
If you talk about who's as far different as we thought they were going to be, it might be the Seahawks. I thought the Seahawks would be the worst team in the league.
Geno Smith has a chance to break Drew Brees' all-time completion percentage for a season.
Really?
Everyone just thought that replacing like Matt Ryan on this Colts team was like, oh, we're good, and it just Matt Ryan hasn't been very good for.
Tom Brady fucked it up for everybody.
Yeah,
because when you get to 37-38, you're pretty much done. And he fucked it up for everybody by going to 45. Aaron Rodgers, he's kind of showing a little life, but he's closer to done than he's not. And then Drew Brees fell off a map. Ben Roethlisberger fell off a map. Like, Thank you.
Do you think that the Jets are going to be the ones that just take Rodgers because they got the defense?
I could see it. I could see it, but
I just feel like they're the team that would take him.
I just don't. I don't know how much juice is left.
No, I know, but that's why the Jets would take him because they're like, oh, it's Aaron Rodgers. We'll get him at the end of his career.
Well, they've done it before with Brett Favre.
Exactly.
And
they're not going to have a good pick this year because they have 7 wins already. Like,
I saw the Seahawks. The Seahawks have the number 3 pick in the draft because of the Broncos. As of right now.
Wow.
Historically, might be the worst trade in NFL history.
it's
like,
one
seriously.
It's one of them. The Seahawks.
At least the Vikings got a little bit of a return for Herschel.
We've also been. Everyone in the league has like.
I got Herschel.
Blamed.
Yeah, a little bit of a return. Russell's been dick for them.
Blamed the Seahawks team for everything. It was just Russell. He just hasn't been good for the past 3 years. Like we just all been like, okay.
It was like Russell Wilson's carrying this shitty team.
Yeah.
And it turns out maybe it was the other way around.
It was just him.
Maybe this team was carrying a quarterback who's not very good. And we didn't talk about it yesterday, but the Broncos defensive lineman or Purcell, whoever it was, just yelling at Russell Wilson the other day. I love that stuff. Oh, what about McVay getting beamed in the head?
The fact he can go down.
Yeah, it's a strong man. It's a strong jaw.
Strong jaw. He got fucked up.
So rookie too.
Oh,
I mean the guy didn't do anything wrong. He was
no, he was coming on the field.
Yeah, McVay he's got to have better vision than
Well, no, there needs to be a handler around McVay.
We didn't talk.
One of those guys keep him off the field.
Also, the Seahawks, the first play where they got an interception and the guy on the bench thought it was a fucking thought he was down, and then he ran onto the field,
threw a block,
and started blocking, and no one called a flag. There was no flag.
I mean, you get over by that sideline, there's a bunch of players running, and you might not see him, you know?
I mean, because it's so absurd. I can't. Well, obviously, the ref's not like, this guy can't just be blocking.
But I would love a world where that play somehow ended up in review, like he scored, and you got to see if they go back, and it's like,
this motherfucker.
Where did 16 come from?
I don't think you can review that.
No, I'm just saying, what if it came to a point where that play, the end of that play, necessitated a review? And they're looking at it, and then all of a sudden they see an extra player out there, like, what the fuck?
Like if it was a scoring play, they have to review it, and then they look at it. It's like, whoa, the fact he threw a block is even funnier.
All right, so we had that last night. I've got some college football news. I have some pro football news. I have a couple of hypotheticals. We got a little college basketball to get to. You know more about soccer than me?
Sure.
You don't? Okay. Where's Za? I need Za for this. I just got the singer in there.
Yeah, Za's at the Classic.
So Za's at the Classic with the World Cup going on?
Za is Mr.
He's Mr.
Classic.
Mr. Foreplay.
He is Mr. Classic. So the World Cup, I assume, will be streaming today at 2 o'clock. You'll have both England versus Wales and United States versus Iran at the same time, and that'll be going on. I listen, I'm not going to bet against the USA. That'd be crazy. But the draw is plus 250 on the Barstool Sportsbook right now.
Apparently,
that's what one of the teams is going to be playing for to try to tie. They're gonna park the bus.
But you know what? That was the same exact thing with Ecuador today. All they needed was a tie, and they played fucking flat-footed on their balls, and Senegal just shoved it down their throats.
That's a good question right there. in football, when you start to play not to lose, that's when you get beat.
Mhm.
In football. No.
Well, you're talking about football Americana.
Correct. In football, American football, when you start playing not to lose, you get beat. Does the same thing happen in soccer? I don't know.
I think it can happen. I think that happens in any sport.
I think.
Yeah, but you don't really do it that much. I guess in basketball, you'll start slowing down, and maybe they'll catch up. At baseball, is there a baseball equivalent? Because it feels like you're encouraged to take the foot off. If you're up 8-0 in baseball and you're still stealing bases, they get mad at you. So you're encouraged to take the foot off the gas in baseball.
You cannot be as aggressive on the base paths.
Yeah, but I still think it's just
Bringing in different relievers in different situations.
I think American football is probably the prime example of when you get up and you get comfortable and the other team is still playing their ass off to win, you get yourself in trouble.
Fair.
And I feel like this football maybe has the same principle, but I don't know that. I don't watch enough of it.
I still think it's a principle across sports. You get lackadaisical.
But again, baseball is no, you can't say. Tell me that baseball is the exception then.
Baseball is not the exception because you can bring in
Such a cunt.
You say the Mets bring in like fucking
nobody's
Trevor Day, Trevor whatever his name is, instead of Diaz when you're up 4 in the 8th, and Trevor.
Four is not enough. I'm talking about if you're up 7 or 8, then it's it's over. You never. You're encouraged to not be as aggressive.
It's totally different standards.
Yeah, you're probably right. NFL football. No, college football. Hugh Freeze is the new coach at Auburn. Hugh Freeze is the new coach at Auburn, and what are you pointing at? I'm saving that for unnecessary roughness later. No, I understand what you're pointing at.
What am I pointing at?
You're pointing at I thought you were pointing at that T-shirt. You pointing at the camera?
Yeah.
What are you pointing at the camera for?
Point guy.
I don't know.
I really don't like you.
I don't like me either.
I mean, what point? What's point guy?
Let me be
He
a point
does.
guy.
He does point though. That is his thing.
All right, Hugh Freeze is the new coach at Auburn, and some would say there's a video going around of me saying Hugh Freeze would never coach in Power 5 again. Okay, whatever. First of all, I stand by that. I don't care that he is coaching in Power 5 because look what they got to do to hire him. They have hired a PR firm to deal with the backlash. They're dealing with everybody in the world, tweeting them and talking to them and throwing them under the bus. One of the agreements they made with Hugh Freeze was if you're going to be our head coach, you have to give us the password to your Twitter account. We control your Twitter and all your social media, so you can't have it. That's the guy you're going to have to lead 85 young men?
I don't agree with it, but that's smart.
Smart by Auburn.
Smart by Auburn.
It is smart business by Auburn to take it away from him, but you're hiring a guy you got to take his social media away from.
Not a good start.
You know what? I kind of respect him doubling down. I don't respect him as a person, but I respect him doubling down, saying if we had to look in every single one of your private lives,
Dude.
you might find stuff that we would
This motherfucker
disagree
today.
with. Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
Said something along those
Hugh
lines.
Freeze publicly has answered for about 10% of what he's done in his life. I'm not going to get any further into that, but he said today, I don't know anybody in this room that doesn't deserve a second chance. All right, fine. I agree with that.
Agree.
And truthfully, this is the part. If everyone's life was as documented as mine, I'm sure it would be uncomfortable. What a skeevy little bitch.
Yeah, like that's when only
Hired that guy.
people that say that just know how bad shit they've done.
Yeah.
Like they don't know. If you went into my life, you wouldn't find anything weird. I can tell you that.
Oh, did y'all see the Liver King was on steroids?
See, actually, I don't believe Billy because he says everyone's on steroids.
No. There was I on Twitter today. It's going crazy. Somebody published a report of his actual steroid regimen.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right.
The guy whose body doesn't move when he walks.
Right,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
I could see that.
Yeah. The guy's built like a fucking refrigerator that's just made out of bricks. It was So Liver King. I know that he's a hero of yours.
Well, no. Like, did anybody not assume that he was on a steroid?
I think
I
everybody-
assumed
His
automatically
whole
he was on
thing
a
is
steroid.
just that he eats
natural.
Like, natural.
Yeah, but
like,
you don't look like that unless you have help most of the time, or the most purest genetics.
If I,
exist.
Marty,
Mhm.
if I went out and I took everything on his list for the next 6 months, what would happen to me? Would I die?
Yeah.
Nah, you grow massive tits.
Massive tits?
Yeah, you get a lot of like water weight problems.
You'd have to work out a lot too, right?
Yeah, I think you have to do a lot of other things with just instead of doing it. Like, I would take steroids and probably get lazy and then just fuck up everything.
Just be gross looking.
Yeah.
You probably start your hairline would probably start receding. Whatever, doesn't matter. The Hugh Freeze is the new coach at Auburn. It's you got right now. So Kenny Dillingham, the offensive coordinator at Oregon's Arizona State. Hugh Freeze is at Auburn. Luke Fickell to Wisconsin. Matt Rule to Nebraska. There were reports of Willie Fritz to Georgia Tech. I'm not sure that is finalized or accurate as of yet. I'm sure I'm missing a couple. Stanford is now open. What's still left open? What's still left open, Ebo? Way to go, buddy.
Liberty, I guess.
Liberty.
You
What coaching jobs are open in college football right now? Colorado, right?
I believe that's correct, and Deion was mentioned in that one.
Deion to South Florida as well. Deion to Colorado. Marty, what do you think about that?
We shouldn't take it.
Why not?
I don't.
Wait for a bigger job?
Yeah, Colorado just.
When was Colorado last good? Like Cordell?
Well, they had like a 10-1 season a couple years ago, or 10-2 season a couple years ago, but that was only a one-season wonder, maybe like 17 or 18. But I don't know.
They're like historically bad now, right?
Listen, Colorado's
really bad.
Obviously a bigger job than Jackson State, but I think he can get bigger, and that's bigger for Colorado than it is for Deion.
Well, agreed. Although it would be listen, Jackson State. He's done a fine job there, but it's a massive step up to Colorado too.
For sure is. Yeah. For sure, but I do think he can get other.
You're right. If he can get South Florida,
you would take South Florida over Colorado? No.
I think I might.
Why?
Because if he's just going to bring all of his recruits in anyway.
Yeah, but he's this way. At least in a Power 5 conference, you at least have a chance to compete for things that matter. Go ahead.
I was going to say there's an interesting job open. Stanford. Would you want to take that job? I don't know if it's a good fit for Deion. I think he'd rather be in like the Southeast, but
I think you might see like a Bronco Mendenhall or a Tom Herman turn up at Stanford. Somebody who's been around the world, who's been at places. Bronco was at Virginia. He's been at places hard to win at and has kind of won there. So I think Stanford is hard to win at, but if you figure it out and you unlock it, you can win there. So David Shaw hung on way too long. In the
all right.
So here's your lines right now for college football this weekend. You have USC -3 Friday night against Utah. Somebody talk me out of hammer time on USC.
I can't because I love them too.
I'll tell you why. And it feels like a square bet. Feels very square. And it feels like it's going to be a very, 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 very public bet. But they lost to Utah by 1 the first time. It's hard to beat a good team twice because you have to beat a good team twice. Secondly, Caleb Williams has a Heisman on the line here. Thirdly, they lost to Utah, yes, but they got a really bad whistle in that game, and it was at Utah, and I think they want revenge. I think they're the better team. Everything here lines up USC to mollywop Utah. This is not the same Utah of past years. They're not that physical. They're not that strong up front. The only games they really are good at right now are shootouts, and USC is equipped to win a shootout. They lost 43-42 at Utah the first time. I don't see Utah winning that again. I love USC -3. I fucking love it, Ebo. I love it, Ebo. Pay attention to me, Ebo. Quit talking behind. Is Nick making you talk?
well, we're just talking back here, all right? We're just talking.
Okay.
We're working on some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Answer the question I just asked.
Can you re-ask the question?
No, I cannot.
All right, so I'm just going to take a guess what your question was.
All right.
I can't talk you out of USC. Is that what we're still doing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I can't talk you out of that.
Pretty much. Because you like it too?
I don't really like any side in that game. I think that's just a coin flip game, and I have no interest
You
in
like the over?
I could be talking to
there's not that many games this weekend, Ebo. We're gonna have to talk about some fucking games.
I do kind of like the under in LSU. LSU Georgia. That could just get sloppy.
Under and LSU or the under in LSU Georgia?
Under in LSU Georgia.
I got to report this to you guys. Last night on the Brandon Walker College Football Show, the Coochie in Toronto called in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the first time I've disagreed with his pick all year.
Wow.
His pick is LSU plus 17.5 against Georgia. I don't agree. I don't know that it won't hit. I don't know that I love the other side. I just don't know that I can commit to LSU plus 17.5. This is still a team. Georgia gets bored. They get bored, and they beat teams like Georgia Tech 37-14. They're sloppy, and it doesn't look good. but they're going to be in Atlanta playing for a conference championship, playing to go to the playoff again. This will get them going, get them excited. I think the good version of Georgia will show up. Also, they lost this game last year, so I don't see them coming out flat 2 years in a row. Plus, LSU just lost to Texas A&M. What's LSU playing for? 17.5. I don't know how.
Both weirdly not playing for much.
LSU couldn't score against Arkansas 2 weeks ago. They couldn't score against A&M. How are they magically going to move this ball up and down the field against Georgia? That's my question.
But Georgia loses, they're still in, correct?
Agreed, but I just don't know that these teams are wired like that. I don't know if they're wired to, there's a certain pride in winning this game too, and Georgia lost it last year. I don't think they want to become the team that loses the SEC championship game every year.
100%, but is there should these teams like Michigan and Georgia, who if they lose, they're pretty much just still in, be resting players?
What my thing is, what are you resting them for? Because of course
course
you want to avoid injury, but these players are not going to play another game for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go 5 weeks? Do you want to, like, you're already going to have to fight rust when they come back? Do you want to just go ahead and set the precedent? All right, our next big game is at the beginning of January. We don't have to do anything until then because it's going to be hard to fire them back up. I feel like you want to at least keep some level of rhythm that you can.
True. No, I agree with that. I'm never a big believer because in like just not playing them because you have no idea what's going to happen.
No idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And maybe I think your big goal, if they could have everything, their cake and eat it too, you get up 3 touchdowns in the first half, then you pull back in the second half. That's what Kirby did against Tennessee. He just basically said, all right, this team can't beat me. I'm taking the air out of the balloon. Thanks, Smitty.
Can I say something that's extraordinarily unfair?
Yes.
The Astros getting Jose Abreu.
And also without a GM. They don't have a GM.
Yeah. Like,
they have no GM.
This is one of
nobody else can,
This is one of the issues. This is one of the issues with baseball, and I don't think it's a huge issue, but like for the last 10 years, it feels like every big time free agent or pitcher or something just went to the Dodgers, and now the Astros have kind of taken that role. Like
they haven't
just sign everybody that comes available.
What's his
Who
name?
have they signed?
They got and
Like
I was talking about the Dodgers. I was using Abreu as kind of the jumping off.
But Abreu, I wouldn't say Abreu is like Abreu is an underrated, undervalued, like really, really good player that's like perfectly fit for the Astros. He's been bad. He's MVP in 2020. He's a locker room guy. He'll provide a better pop than 38-year-old Gurrell.
Bad, but I also think it's because of the White Sox organization. They fuck people up. He also said that the White Sox offered him a really good deal, but I'll leave it at that. So there's some weird shit happening in the White Sox, and that's just why the White Sox will never be good. You can't hold. They have a very good core. The core is falling.
Did they move on from La Russa?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They
moved on from La Russa. I think La Russa's in the parking lot, and nobody has like escorted him out. And
he doesn't know they've moved.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy that they just don't have a GM, and they still like are making moves. They got better than they were last year already because who's first? Gurriel?
Yeah. Gurriel and then Mancini.
And Gurriel's gone. Like, he's going to be amazing on that team. You know that.
I know Chuck was very frustrated with Jose Abreu at times last year.
Yeah,
also,
he's
would you know anything about the White Sox if you didn't know White Sox Dave or
That is
Chuck?
what my whole existence has been here, is saying that no one actually cares about the White Sox. It's just because I used to sit next to Chuck. That was it. No one cares about the White Sox, ever. Besides fucking Jim Thome. Is he on that team?
I think it's Jim.
He was on that
I think it's Jim Thome.
For sure not.
It's Jim Thome.
Who's the White Sox best player ever? Frank Thomas?
Besides somebody maybe like in the 50s,
there you go.
Could be Frank Thomas.
Shoeless Joe.
We're saying
it could. Oh well, a lot of teams' best players ever are from like the 40s or 50s. I mean, that's not.
Yeah, Stan Musial.
No, but there was like
Ted Williams.
The Dodgers have had plenty of very, very good.
Oh, I think Frank Thomas is a hell of an entrant to best player ever. I think that's. Who else would even be up there? You're lucky we're 39 minutes in because I would turn this show into just naming the best player for every franchise.
Do it.
I would fucking do it. I'd do it in a fucking heartbeat.
You won't.
Me and Clemmer the other day, and by the way, me and Clemmer are just great friends. Me and Clemmer the other day, I was helping him with his blog. We were thinking about who's the best player to ever play his entire career for one team, and some of the teams are ridiculous. Like, for example, I'm just going to ask you, who's the greatest Blue Jay who never played for another team? Good luck.
Joe Carter?
Play for the Padres, play for the Indians.
Did he?
Yep. It is impossible. There are some
Olerud, Holiday, Alomar.
Mariners, Indians,
don't do.
Phillies. You can't do it. There's no Blue Jay.
No.
There's no Blue
Because
Jay.
The Blue Jay also exposed, so it's like.
Oh yeah, but I'll be honest. It might be Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
What, for the Expos?
No, for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it
yeah.
might be.
I think he put like it's either maybe Bo Bichette or somebody now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Now, who's the greatest Marlin that ever played for anybody else? Can't do it. The Marlins are just somebody that just accumulates other people's players at the end of their career or great players at the start of their career. That's all they do.
I mean, you could have said Stanton. No.
Could have said, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably him.
It's
probably him.
The blog, it was Jose Fernandez.
Yeah.
And that's the sadness. I mean, the sad part is he died, but
Imagine him.
he would have gone somewhere else.
And then
Oh, he could.
Alcantara.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What was his name?
Alcantara.
Sandy Alcantara.
Is that?
It's close enough.
That's, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, I know, but I've apparently been saying it wrong the whole time. Contra is one of the best Nintendo games, though. Do you miss just being the video game guy?
Yeah, we have 19 minutes, Brandon.
Remember when you were the video game guy and you controlled the romper room? You don't control anything
I
anymore.
had fun in the romper
No,
room.
I don't.
We really had a good time back
I
when you
control
were.
I control myself. I control my destiny. Look, when I started Game Time, it wasn't because like
Well, when you and others started game time.
well, yeah, it was me, Clem, Coley, and Hank actually, and we started because we saw an avenue that like wasn't being occupied, and we were just going to play Madden every Friday, just doing this and doing that, and then
Yeah, now,
Fortnite took off.
now I'm
And
bored of it. I don't like the way you play Madden. You don't play football.
just because you don't win,
You
doesn't
don't
mean-
play football. He doesn't play football. And the only time he ever beat me in NBA 2K is when my dog died. And that's a fact.
That's true. WNBA 2K.
WNBA, he beat me in WNBA 2K because fucking woman missed a layup. Whatever. I lost 84 to 83. I still want to run that back. Whatever, doesn't matter. I got me a PS5 finally,
Ooh, congrats!
but my PlayStation account is hacked, and I got to call and get it fixed.
Bring back Marlboro Racing.
I forgot about
That
that.
was fun.
What was that game where you did phrases? Whiplash?
Whiplash.
Whiplash
Yeah.
was
Those are
great.
good times.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Now we don't do anything together anymore. We don't do things together.
It's tough.
We should go bowling. 3 of us.
I'd love
Not you, Ebo.
Yeah.
No, you want to pay attention now?
Well,
to call me
my
Marty
mom,
200.
she's listening to the show. She loves the show. She's a great bowler. Mom's a great bowler. She's in a league. She has like a 150 average. She's very good.
They used to call me Marty 200.
No, they didn't. And your mom averages 150?
Yeah, she's nasty. She got a backup ball. She doesn't
Oh.
throw a spin. She throws it, and it has like a little 2-seam run on it.
My mom used
2-seam run.
Yeah, it's
a little
like
fade to it.
Yeah, a little fade.
my mom used to be in
Power fade.
a weekday bowling league with her friends, and I'd be dropped off in the cigarette-filled nursery at the Fraser Lanes when I was 2 and 3.
I use
Some of my
one
earliest
finger
memories.
to bowl.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
What? How?
One finger.
Where?
One finger in the thumb hole.
Shocking it.
That sounds very dangerous.
That's how I
To your
bowl.
finger, to your one finger.
Talking to Marty 200?
You know, there are a lot of athletes out there that are just good at bowling, and I don't know why. Like Ryan Howard and Terrell Owens, like both
'Cause if you
300.
Well,
just
it's
figure it out.
Hand-eye coordination.
It's also if you just keep hitting the same spot on the first bowl and you figure that one spot out, it doesn't ever change.
Huh. I'd love to be like just
Everything-
good at bowling.
My grandfather had 9 perfect frames at one point, and I was like 6, 7 years old, and we're all watching them.
Grew up in a bowling family?
Kinda, actually.
I have breaking news.
What? Hold on. I want to find out what happened to his grandfather with 9 perfect frames first. Go ahead.
and the bowling alley shut down, and like everyone got around, his face got beat red, and the next bowl, right in the gutter.
We were in the presence of a 2-time state champion bowler.
What?
Oh, God, no. Okay.
Oh, it's Nick.
So we have a professional singer, a 2-time state champion bowler, and the biggest dork at Barstool Sports back here.
Well, now wait a minute. I understand you're saying that about yourself, but
It's like, is a state champion in bowling is like Stephen Che saying he's the third ranked
Yes,
most
like class A.
like 4 player in the state.
now, Ebo, I know you're saying the dork part about yourself, but I know that's Nick, and he's one of my wrestling producers, one of my 7. He's a huge dork too.
To
Huge.
be a wrestling fan, you have to be a dork.
Yeah,
That's just a fact.
my high school, I was a 2-time city champion. We
On-
were.
What do you
ranked.
mean? You mean you were on a championship team, or you were an individual state champion?
I was on the championship team. We
Bowling
won.
teams
We went.
make no sense to
We
me.
went like undefeated for like 2 years straight.
Should be
That's
just-
awesome.
It's very in high school.
Do you
but
have 2 rings?
We didn't get rings, but
High
we
school
were
doesn't
nasty.
Get really rings. And where are you from around here?
Yeah, you get jackets.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Yes.
We
they
get-
don't-
we get
don't
rings.
Get rings and
Rings in Mississippi.
no. I want to.
My high school's playing for for the 7th time in a row, a state championship on Friday, and they've already hit me up to pay for their rings.
How much did you get paid?
They want $10,000 for the rings. Huh?
How much did you get paid on this contract?
Oh, Marty. Oh,
Do
Marty.
you guys have a record? I have a record in every sport I played.
Marty. I told.
Still to today. You
Oh.
guys got one?
Huh?
I wish.
I told myself I'd never tell you how much I get paid, but there it is, right there.
Wow. Oh my God. Woo! Man, I don't even need a job in February. I could just get paid from you.
We have fun, don't we? We have a good time. NFL lines.
Fuck NFL lines.
Why fucking
Tuesday.
NFL lines? We got to hit 10 more minutes.
Tuesday. Yeah, we got a
No,
lot
no,
to
no.
talk about. College
You had a
basketball
topic.
and NBA.
Okay, all right. You had 2 topics, and I want you to hit them right now. I should have gotten to them earlier. Here's your college basketball minute. Go.
College basketball tonight, rat line and a half. Michigan is plus 3.5 at home against Virginia. Take that. I also, everyone made fun of me, said my UNC take was crazy that they won't be ranked by January. They went the furthest from any number 1 team has gone to from after like in whatever December, November. They went from 1 to 18, and they play Indiana tomorrow. So they can be potentially not ranked by December. College basketball's fucking in disarray right now. People are going Houston's really good. First time ranked number 1 since 1986.
Yep.
But tonight, Michigan, watch for. It's a rat line because they've been struggling.
College basketball also home to the greatest bet in sports right now. Something that I called out when I watched Mississippi State practice for about 15 minutes. I came back and I immediately reported, folks, bet Mississippi State unders. Last night, it went way under, 7-0 on the year. 7-0 on the year. It was 128.5, and the final score was 74-54.
What's their record?
7-0.
They're 7-0.
They've given up.
I wouldn't say that's way under.
This is why you're the best, Smitty.
I'm sitting in the seat.
Yeah,
The seat's taking me
the
over.
guy who didn't
Seats, yeah.
he didn't realize he had no fucking shoelaces on yesterday. He goes, "Oh wow!" He had no idea. He put the shoes on,
How do you lose your shoelaces?
but not. I could see not having it, but not knowing you have shoelaces.
No. What do you mean you can see not knowing? Well, you know if you lose your shoelace. You have 2 shoes on. One has shoelaces, one doesn't. You're like,
Fucking
oh,
crazy. When I said I was like, he has to know. He's like, "Oh wow, what?"
look at that. I don't have shoelaces.
And the flashlight being on. Not just the flashlight being on, but him putting it down with it still on.
Him going like this.
And the way he tried to turn it off, he just went. He just cleaned his phone real quick.
The seat's taking me over. I'm sorry.
Do the other topic real fast.
Can I save this for tomorrow? I mean, all right.
we
Let's
can do it tomorrow.
let's talk about it today for about 3 minutes, and then we might hit it tomorrow with the full group.
All right, Giannis went on Serge Ibaka's cooking show, which was actually
Okay.
pretty good. He went on to say that the starting 5 international players in the NBA would kill the USA starting 5. The starting 5 for the Giannis was, I think it was I'm not going to remember all. It's
Luka.
Giannis,
Luka.
Luka, Embiid. Top 3 right there already. And then I don't remember
Jokic.
Jokic.
Ooh.
Yep, Jokic. And
I mean, it's a big fucking
he had,
team.
He put Fournier in the
Fournier
five.
as a 5. And then it would be he had Clay, Steph, LeBron, KD, and then I don't even know who their big was.
Kyrie.
No, he didn't
It
have
was
Kyrie.
Bam.
Anthony
Yeah,
Davis.
Bam.
Bam Adebayo.
I think I don't think you can stop the international team. I think Embiid is the best big there is since
They have
Shaq.
They have 4 7-footers.
And who all can shoot.
And Luka running the show.
Yeah. Like Steph would be a problem a little bit.
The
because
internet.
of-
Hold on. All right. So, Giannis, you talk about Steph.
Steph, I don't know. Steph would be a little bit of a problem, but they're just what rebounds are you getting on the fucking international team? And I seriously think Embiid's the best big since Shaq.
Giannis, Luka, Embiid,
You
and
agree
who?
with that? Sixers fan.
Giannis, Luka, Embiid, and who?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Fournier and who? There was one more big time player.
Jokic.
Jokic. Yeah. So that's a 2-time MVP. Giannis is MVP. Luka's going to be an MVP. Embiid probably should be an MVP.
Look, individually, yes, I would say they're better, but I don't know how they could possibly
Also-
play it as a team.
Him not putting like Tatum or Anthony Davis in that. Like Tatum, Anthony Davis should probably be in those starting 5. Like
Oh, yeah,
Bam
you're right.
I think
Adebayo
he was
and-
trying to go. He was trying to go.
Clay would be 6 man. I don't think he would be in the starting 5.
Yeah,
He
I
was
mean,
trying
come
to do
off the bench.
shooting guard. Like I guess like Tatum's not technically a shooting guard. He's a small forward
Okay.
or whatever.
I think I've got this. Because I think the starting 5 for the Euros is better, or the International is better. But I think if you went 1 through 12, you're probably going to be better in America. Because you've got Devin Booker out there. You've got a lot of guys out there to
We
really.
got Ja. Didn't even mention him.
Yeah, you can really supplement this roster,
Yeah.
this starting 5. The starting 5 for America is too old, the one he gave, and the one the Euros is all in their prime.
Yeah, that like LeBron, KD is like, yeah, they're good, but they're a little old now, and it's like obviously KD's. I don't know. Like Tatum would definitely be on there instead of
Yeah.
Also, the
Clay.
international team kind of goes deeper at shooting guard. If you want to include Canada, they'd get SGA and Andrew Wiggins. So I would probably put SGA in over
SGA
Fournier.
is a fucking beast.
Yeah, like
he averages 40.
he might
40
be
games.
starting the All-Star game this year. Like he's disgusting.
All right, you got the Fireball effort pick of the day.
Yes,
We're going to talk about this topic tomorrow.
It's a
'cause I
good
like
topic.
it. All right, so sometimes you have to say F it and free your fire, and you do that with Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. The Fireball F it pick, God damn it, stop. The Fireball F it pick of the day, Marty Mush.
I spoke about it already quickly. I woke up and I said, if this spread is lower than 5, I am taking it money line. Michigan has been struggling. They barely beat Jackson State, went to overtime with Ohio. Virginia has mollywopped teams like UCLA and Illinois, like very good teams. Or they beat Baylor, I think, not UCLA. I forget which one. They're ranked number 3 now. They're killing it. Michigan is plus 3.5 at home against Virginia tonight. Michigan money line is the effort pick of the day.
That's your effort pick of the day. Sometimes you got
And
to
you
say.
know that, like
I liked it. I like it.
3, like when you see that number and it's
Yeah.
and they're playing away, I love it.
3.5 is that's an interesting number in basketball.
Dickinson's gonna fucking, and he also has to say my name and the podcast name on ESPN after the game if they win. So we'll see if he does.
Oh, that's a win-win.
Oh yeah,
A bonus. If he says Marty Mush, okay, whatever.
exactly.
Whatever.
If he doesn't, I'll kill him.
What if they say, Hunter, what about that game? And he goes, Team Hank.
Yeah, that's, I
Hunter
don't
Dickinson goes Team Hank on ESPN.
I just have to quit.
Right? That'd be it for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our actual picks. Marty Mush.
So yeah, Michigan. I have also have St. John's minus 33. Bellarmine doesn't
I have a question about Bellarmine. Who wrote their schedule?
They got the hardest schedule of all time.
They played Duke. They played. Who wrote their schedule?
I kind of like it though because like they know if they just win, they only have to win their conference. Might as well play as fucking
When
teams.
they get to their league, it's gonna feel like
Yeah,
it's gonna feel like
exactly.
nothing.
But they really don't fucking pass. They don't dribble the ball. It's fucking
I saw
crazy.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, St. John's, Bellarmine, Maryland. Just keep betting against Louisville. They're the worst basketball team ever to be assembled. And Marquette plus 6.5.
3 out of the last 4 games for Bellarmine at Duke, Then they played Loyola Marymount at UCLA at Kentucky.
That's crazy.
I mean, shit, relax, guys. I've got Knicks -5 tonight on the road. I have Mizzou -2.5 and the Warriors -1.5. They're all favorites. I don't love that, but that's what the old line movement told me today, so that's what I've got. Smitty.
All-American card, USA money in line, and you're going straight for the Nashville hot chicken, baby.
Nashville hot chicken.
Mm-hmm. Preds -1.5, over 3.5 goals. Ducks under 2.5 goals, and the old shutout.
So
I also have
you have a card with 5 bets, and 4 of them are in one game.
All-American card.
All-American.
I also have the GPS. The GPS
Who are they?
is Steph Curry, Luka, and Jalen Brunson scored 25 points plus 315.
He's so good.
Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, he's very good.
That's the one you called out of those 3?
I was wondering which.
Yes.
It is called Good Play at School.
Right.
I was wondering which
When
one.
it was
but
Steph, Luka, and Brunson, you're like, man, Brunson's good.
He's a good ball player.
All right. Start playing the music. Start playing that music. There you go. This is one of those weird days. Yesterday, everybody was here. Today, nobody's here.
There's no one here.
There's nobody here. You got half the people out going.
Dave's not here.
Also,
Other people
that's true. Yeah. Somehow the boss doesn't show up, and somehow people lose the address to the office. It's crazy how that happens. All right, the Yak is up next, and I think I might be the only one on it. We'll see.